So we're going to see some high-octane hitting here, as it looks like missile attacks now finally being researched on STC's side. And it looks like we're starting to advance into FruitSeller's base, as FruitSeller's Zerg force starts pushing in as well to deter STC from coming in. And STC just starting, or FruitSeller starting to come in on the side here. Of course, STC is prepared for us and starts hitting them where it hurts. Thor's going down though. These Hydras really ripping through, but these tanks in the back, well, this one tank in the back, just kind of scaring FruitSeller from advancing in. Again, more Zerglings, more Roaches in the background here, with all these Overlords just putting some creep down in the same spot, just saying, hey guys, how you doing? This one Marine back here, just kind of guarding this, just seeing if FruitSeller wants to expand. And down here, we do have Hydras, or yeah, Hydras, wow! Hydras coming in down here, just shooting through all of this infantry. This Thor taking some good splash damage here on the Hydras, as the Hydras start, oh, and they all go splat. Planetary Fortress here, just kind of sitting pretty, making more units. As we look at the income tab, we do see that FruitSeller is a little bit in the lead. And it looks like Zerglings just coming around surrounding that tank, starting to come down, and just getting flung to shreds here by these tanks. Oh, those tanks really ripping a new one on those Zerglings. And again, another expansion up here. We're trying to get some more income here for FruitSeller. And this little bit of Marine and Marauder push coming in here. Looking like, yeah, they're going to be taking down, trying to take down this hatchery. Queen is on the way, and FruitSeller trying to take these rocks down, trying to save this expansion. And those rocks, oh, it looks like the rocks are going to go down first, and it looks like we may be seeing this Marine Marauder group go down. Yeah, there's a Hydra's in the behind here, and these Zerglings starting to get surrounded, starting to take it all out. And look at that. 52 HP left on that. Oh, but we do have a medvac coming down with all these units. Oh, bringing it down just a little early, I think. But it does get that. Oh, it gets that down, and that medevac with a couple units does get taken out. But so worth it to get that income taken out for FruitSeller there. That is a shame. But it does look like FruitSeller does have a hatchery coming up here, and this Marine just hitting it a little bit there. Look at the difference of HP compared to what this has built up. And Marines coming in to try and take this hatchery out. Zerglings coming in, surrounding that little group. And these Marines just trying as they might, getting surrounded by these Zerglings and getting taken out. Hydra's just coming up to help a little bit. Look how slow they are, as we have another command center coming up to expand down here. And we do have Ultras coming out as well for the Zerg player, as these Hydras just slowly come out, and Banelings being morphed in as well for FruitSeller. Again, these Banelings just kind of sitting here still. These Banelings getting taken out. Of course, these turrets being here really does help, I think. And it looks like Nidus Worm is being put up, putting in a back door into the STC's base. Banelings starting to come up, splitting up just a little bit, and putting them down as we have some units come in here for STC, getting acid burned by those Banelings, and that one Marauder just kind of sitting there going, my friends are killed. And we look at this Nidus Worm just loading up here with oh, look at all these Zerglings just coming in, this SCV, just lone SCV, just kind of sitting there. Of course, not seeing those Banelings. Oh, and the tank taking the SCV out. Oh, that's got to hurt, that friendly fire, I tell you what. This one Marauder getting surrounded, and this supply depot going to be taken out as well. As this tank sees what's happening, decides to run away, and getting surrounded by all those Zerglings. And Hydra is just coming up as well. But getting pushed back as he sees all of this coming up, all these tanks coming up, of course. It looks like he wants to try and take some of these units out here as well. More action coming in from the Nidus Worm as the next batch of Zerglings and Hydras are ready. As we do have, Banelings popping up, taking out all that infantry. Oh, surprise move there. STC was not prepared for that at all. As we have the Hydralists and Zerglings just pushing forward here, now starting to try and take out all these gathering units down below. Of course, not being able to see that at all, but bringing the scan down. And of course, nothing really here to hit, as he does have full advantage here. And it looks like there was a drop up here for STC trying to get in, but this Ultra is just taking them all out, trying to get that infestation pit down. But it doesn't look like it worked that well, as it does live on. And these two Medvacs just kind of living out here, just kind of hanging out, not doing much. We do have some Hellions coming up here trying to do something. Looking like they're going to be going up into this mineral line, but he does burrow all of them. Some of them are up as they were spawning, but it looks like good play there, burrowing all those units so those Hellions can't take care of them at all. And STC taking out that Nidus Swarm and starting to push up north. But a good mix of units here with these Hydras and Ultras and Zerglings. Getting to surround with those Zerglings is very difficult for the Terran. And these Ultras with their frontal damage with those spines, with those spikes, just coming in on that Thor. We just look at it here. Look at the damage just go on that Thor as these Zerglings come up to surround those tanks, and the whole Zerg army just starts to push forward. And look at this action here as these Medivacs just getting their work cut out for them as they try and heal this army up. And these Ultras just starting to try and push through. One tank here just trying to do what it can as this Planetary Fortress killing those Ultras as they come forward. Really good move there. That thing has 6 kills already under its belt from that push. And again, more racks coming up. And in comes STC up to the north, trying to take care of that hatchery, getting pushed back, of course, by FruitSeller. It looks like these Ultras having the command of that field right there, as we do have some tanks up down here as well, pushing back, knowing that FruitSeller does pull out a little bit here. And Baneling's starting to lift up here and move around, trying to figure out where he can place them. And it does look like another expansion going to be coming up here. STC bringing up all of his units, getting ready, of course, this main base almost out of minerals. And it looks like FruitSeller just kind of moving around, trying to find the weaknesses here. We do have 2 tanks down here doing some really good damage. One tank here, really good placement by STC on those tanks if something would come down that ramp. And these Ultras just hitting heavy here as this Planetary Fortress is trying to do some damage to these Ultras. But it looks like these Ultras are going to win out. And all these SCVs are going to pay the price for trying to repair that, as these Ultras are ferociously mad. We just look at all the kills on them. Oh, and up north we do have some Marine Marauders pushing up. And Medvac's just kind of going around here, not just kind of flying around. And tanks just doing their damage dealing as they're used to doing, and pushing again those Ultras back. SCVs just kind of moving around. Looks like what are they doing? They're just kind of moving around. Oh, looks like they're going to be going down to this gold expansion to get what's left over here. We look at the income tab, going down to the 3 digits again now. And it looks like FruitSeller ahead just by a little bit, but with this expansion going out, that is all going to change. Ultras coming in from behind, lifting off. Yeah, just 2 units. Oh, that's kind of disappointing. 2 units getting lifted out. Looks like the orbital command coming up here from the main base into this expansion just to slow down, or to speed up the production of units, getting those minerals in. And of course, all these SCVs just going back here, going to be going here for right now until they get back into that area. Again, slow income here as we're moving on, just because of all the bases that are down, and them not wanting to commit 400 resources or 300 resources into producing another base. Just going to take the long train home, really. It looks like going to go for this expansion again. So it looks like FruitSeller did go for another expansion, trying to build it up, but it is getting canceled here. Trying to save what resources he can. He is up to 1,200 and spending now. We are taking out all of these gatherers. Oh, these gatherers just going to their death. Oh, that is such a shame. And all these Ultras just coming in, really going gung-ho for the Ultras here as we try to push in with them. But these tanks doing a really good job at taking the HP down on them. But these Ultras getting in close. We do have some more tanks up here taking out those Ultras. Now moving into a little bit of Hydra. Nothing in production here for FruitSeller. Just a couple Zerglings now. So it looks like FruitSeller really hurting here. As his economy has been getting flooded with nothingness, with goose eggs, as expansion after expansion gets taken out. It looks like just trying to find a weakness here in STC's armor, that chink in the armor, as they say. Coming up here too, just to scout out, seeing that nothing's up here. And just starting to come down here, taking out some gatherers as well for the STC, as STC up north trying to push in, is putting the scan down, seeing nothing really here. Seeing this expansion up here though with that SCV just doing his business, just trying to take as much hurt on that as possible. And looking like he's trying to push in here as well, but this planetary fortress is a force to be reckoned with, especially for those Zerglings and that splash damage coming from that planetary fortress. Again, all these, we look at the income tab now, 900 compared to 36 per minute. That is just crazy. As all this tank getting surrounded by these Zerglings. Zerglings just pushing in, pulling back now as he sees the might of STC's army coming in. And look at all these gatherers up here trying to get something in the pipe here for FruitSeller. But that's a long distance to try and get some income. As again, we're not making any money. He's down to 16 minerals in his bank right now. And STC just pushing in, going after that queen. That queen goes down, and again, pushing in, and nothing really here to stop him. Just one lone Ultralisk against all these Marines. Yeah, the GG coming from FruitSeller as STC wins another matchup here. Really good game, really lengthy game here as FruitSeller just trying to last. And you look at this line, look at this huge line of gatherers, all these drones trying to get minerals as we go up to 500 minerals a minute here. But oh, just look at that as we go in. Really good game here by both players. Really interesting plays again, just with those infestors coming down here into this main base, taking out that orbital command and forcing the rebuild. But again, really good plays on both sides, and we'll see what they have for game number 3 here as we move on. So please make sure to leave comments down below, and please make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you all for game number 3.